Hey there. I just wanted to do a quick review of some things we've talked about before and also introduce a concept. We may have actually talked about it before, but I just want to make sure people understand it. This is using the song When the Saints Go Marching In as an example. And when you look at this piece of sheet music, you see in the beginning we have the treble clef staff and the bass clef staff. They're joined together, linked together to form the grand staff. The beats happen simultaneously, okay? It's not like you read one staff and then the other. The beats are happening at the same time. You're reading both staffs at the same time. Speaking of beats, in the beginning you see you have 4 times, so the top number is telling us how many beats per measure. The bottom number tells us which note gets one beat. In this case, it's 4 beats per measure, and the quarter note gets one beat. Now, of course, you're probably looking at this and you're saying, well, wait a minute, this first measure only has 3 beats. So how can you say there's 4 beats per measure? Well, that's because this is a case of an incomplete measure, which involves pickup notes. These notes are what we call pickup notes. And in this case, the first beat of the measure is down at the end of the song. You see this measure down here that looks like it just has 1 beat. That's beat 1, and then beats 2, 3, and 4 are up here at the beginning. This song starts on beat 2. If you were counting this in, you'd go 1, oh, when the saints, or if you wanted to have a whole measure count off in the beginning, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, when the saints. The song starts on the second beat. A song can start on any beat of the measure or between a beat or whatever. But what would happen is, let's say this song was to start on beat 4, for example. Then beats 1, 2, and 3 would be down here, and then you just have beat 4 up here or whatever. So in other words, when you have pickup notes, the measures will be split up like that, but it's all one measure. It's not. It looks like, oh, look, it's 2 separate measures, but it's not. It's really just one measure that's just been split up. Okay. Some of the other concepts we have here. Remember the quarter rest, we talked about that. That's a little squiggly symbol there. It means that we rest silence for 1 beat. We don't stop the beat, but there's silence on that beat. Here we have a half rest, which means there's silence for 2 beats, okay? So let's take a look at this first measure right here. We also have a tie. On beat 1, you play or sing this note, you hold it for 4 beats and continue to hold it for another beat into the next measure, okay? For a total of 5 beats, 4 in this measure, 1 here. So on beat 1, you play or sing this note. Meanwhile, here we have a rest, okay? And then on beats 2, 3, and 4, you're holding this note, and on each beat, there is a chord being played, okay? In the beginning, we have the F, which means forte, which means we're going to play or sing this loud. Up here, we have a descriptive thing that says march time here. It tells us basically the kind of feel that we're going to feel this song in. Sometimes you'll see words in Italian, or they might be written in English. In this case, they did that. They said march time. They're trying to give you a picture of how this song would be performed. All right, so that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, down here at the end, we have a repeat symbol. You have the double bar line with the dots. That means that you're going to go back to the beginning. You're going to repeat it again. If you were going to go to somewhere else in the song to repeat, they would have to indicate that with another double bar line with dots. But that's not the case here, okay? So you see this? That means we're going to repeat, okay? All right, that's all. Thank you very much.